Hello and welcome. This is ERi-TV English News Broadcast, and I am Miriam Girmay with the latest top stories of the hour. And now to the major headlines. PFDJ organizations in development programs. Commendable all-rounded participation of women in Gashbarka region. Pakistan warns of countermeasures as U.S.-India defense ties strengthen. The U.S. agreed to sell Patriot system to Poland. At a meeting with a view to develop a participation of the PFDJ organizations in the national development programs was organized in Magharka, Logo and Sabah subzone on 28th of June. The meeting was attended by area administrators from 13 administrative areas and heads of line ministries in the subzone. At the meeting, the secretary of the PFDJ in the subzone, Mr. Burhan Tsagay, commended the members for their strong participation in the implementation of the charted out development programs and called for reinforced participation for a better outcome. Mr. Burhan also said that as a part of water and soil conservation activities, 1,390 meters of terraces have been constructed and 34 kilometers of roads have been renovated through popular campaigns by the residents. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Abraham Hagos, administrator of the subzone, called on the public to preserve the achievements already registered and to strengthen participation. At an activity assessment meeting organized on 23rd and 24th of June in Baruntu, it was reported that commendable participation of women in all sectors has been witnessed. Ms. Ihdaga Yohannes, head of the National Union of Eritrean Women branch in Gashbarka region, said that in the past 6 months, integrated efforts have been carried out regarding strengthening the organizational capacity of women, the development of vocational capacity, and overall awareness of women, as well as the economic capacity of the union. Ms. Ihdaga noted that in cooperation with partners, praiseworthy efforts have been exerted to eradicate harmful practices such as FGM and underage marriages, and she added that commendable cervical vaccination programs has been conducted across the region. The participants on their part conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations, including conducting sustainable awareness-raising programs and strengthening the contribution of government institutions in the effort to strengthen the union branch. Speaking at the event, Ambassador Mohammed Ali Huri, governor of the region, commended the participation and contribution of women inside the country and abroad in the national development programs and expressed the readiness of the regional administration to stand alongside the union branch in all its endeavors. The National Football Federation announced that National Under-23 football competition will be conducted from 2nd to 12th of July in Asmara. Mr. Tasfa Mikhail Burhane, Deputy Chairman of the Federation, said that the objective of the competition is to enable the young footballers to exchange experiences and create competitiveness among each other. Mr. Tasfa Mikhail went on to say that the competition will have a significant contribution to the development of sports activity in the country and to identify talented sportsmen that could strengthen the national team. Mr. Salomon Temno, head of the competition and discipline at the National Federation, on his part, said that all 6 regions of the country will take part in the competition. This has been everything for our local news. I'll be back with international news after a moment. Stay tuned. Pakistan has conveyed its strong reservations to the United States regarding the deepening defense cooperation between India and the U.S. Pakistani officials view this development as a direct threat to the country's security interests, according to a media report. Pakistan has informed the U.S. through diplomatic channels that the transfer of advanced military hardware to India would undermine strategic stability and the conventional balance in the South Asian region. During Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent state visit to the U.S., several agreements were reached between the two countries, particularly in the defense and trade sectors. One notable agreement involves General Electric and India's state-owned Hindustan Aeronautics collaborating to produce advanced fighter jet engines for India's indigenous light combat aircraft. Additionally, the U.S. has agreed to establish a facility in India for the production of battle-tested armed drones. The U.S. not only appears willing to sell arms to India, but also seems open to the idea of technology transfer. This arms sales and transfer of technologies to India, primarily aimed at countering China, is likely to upset the military balance in South Asia, as reported by Media House. The U.S. State Department has approved possible $15 billion sale of military equipment to Poland. The package announced by the Defense Corporation Agency includes 48 Patriot launchers and 644 Patriot Advanced Capability Interceptor missiles, sensors, support equipment, spare parts, and technical support. There is no indication that a treaty has been signed or that negotiations have ended, but Poland has stated its intention to modernize its air defenses, a process accelerated by the war in Ukraine. The agency has already notified Congress of the possible sale of integrated air and missile defense combat management system. The main contractors of the order are Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. The sale is also announced at a time of increased interest in American weapons, largely in ammunition, communication equipment, portable missile systems, drones, and others. Authorities in Mexico and the southern United States have reported an uptick in heat-related deaths as high temperatures smother the region, resulting in power outages and heightened risks for those with fewer sources to stay cool. The heat wave has resulted at least 14 deaths in the U.S. states of Texas and Louisiana as of Thursday. And on Wednesday, Mexican authorities released a report indicating that 112 people have died from heat-related causes so far this year, including 69 deaths in just 1 week this month. That total was nearly 3 times higher than the overall number of heat-related deaths in 2022, which peaked at 42, according to Mexico's health ministry. The country has experienced temperatures soaring as high as 40 degrees Celsius in recent weeks. Many of the deaths have occurred in northern states, which partly borders Texas, due to heat stroke and dehydration. This has been everything for tonight. Thank you for being with us. But before we finish, a little reminder of our news headlines. PFDJ organizations in development programs. Commendable all-rounded participation of women in Gashbarka region. Pakistan warns of countermeasures as U.S.-India defense ties strengthen. The U.S. agreed to sell Patriot systems to Poland. Once again, thank you for watching. Good night.